Kayarupsayamait Graheshiktitambe. 3.21. By performing samyama on Kayarup, the form of the body, and upon suspension of its perceptible power, the contact between the observer's eye and the light from the body is broken, resulting in invisibility. When samyama is practiced on the appearance of the body, the property of perceptibility inherent in it becomes ineffective. Once this property is suppressed, the body ceases to be an object of observation by others, and the yogam can thus remain unseen. This implies that other faculties through which the body may be perceived, such as auditory perception, can also be eliminated. The effect of yoga may manifest sooner or later. Sokrama nirupakrama cha karm tatsayamat prantigyanvarishtebhyova. 3.22. Karma, which determines the span of life, is of two kinds: sokram, karma that fructifies quickly, and nirupakram, karma that fructifies slowly. For example, a wet cloth dries quickly when spread out, but takes longer when kept in a lump. Sokram, fast fructifying karma, is like fire fanned by wind from all sides, rapidly consuming dry grass. Nirupakram, slow fructifying karma, is like fire applied gradually to different parts of a heap of grass, taking longer to burn. Thus, karma influencing the duration of a single life is of two varieties. By practicing samyama on these, knowledge of the end of one's life can be attained. This insight may also be gained through portents, arisht. Portents are of three kinds: adhyatmic, self-inflicted actions; adibhautik, actions that disturb the harmony and balance of health and well-being; and adidevik, actions arising from accumulated karma of past lives, commonly referred to as destiny. In terms of health, these manifest as innate defects, pains, and sorrows. A yogi established in integration perceives not only the final fruits of action but also the signs and omens of what is likely to occur in the future.